What's up, everybody? I got this, supposed to be a 94 Z71 that I traded just the rear end for, like that one right there, for this whole truck. The guy had got this truck for the rear end, so it's missing one, ironic enough, but it wasn't any good, so I traded him a good one for the whole truck. It's got a 350 in it, missing a starter, little odd end things. The dude didn't know if it runs or anything because some of the wires are burnt. Somebody had swapped a 4L80 into it, and I think they messed their wiring up or something, and that's what caught on fire and burnt, how it burnt, whatnot, whatever. But anyways, I'm gonna try to put a starter on it and see if I can get it fired up and get it running. That way I know if the motor's any good or not. It does turn over by hand, so I know it will roll over, so it should start, whether it smokes or knocks, I don't know. This is the motor. You can see it burnt pretty good. It melted that. Everything is pretty much melted on this side. I don't know what all wires are messed up or what ain't messed up, but I believe with a starter and maybe some gas it might run. If anything, I'll just put a regular HEI distributor in it to get fire in case something with that distributor or wiring for some reason ain't getting fire or something like that. I just want to know if the motor will run and not knock or smoke or whatever. So we got a starter out of my collection here. Looks like a pretty new one too. Plenty of LS wire harness computers, and the dog is on a hunt for something, probably a rat. He's always hunting something, but yeah, we got a starter. Find some bolts and put this thing on. Check out this custom alternator bracket they made to put an alternator off of what looks like maybe a Vortex motor. Yeah, check that out. Do what you gotta do. Alright, so I got a battery in it, starter on it, and spun it over with the starter, and it was making like a clattering sound. So I crawled under here to try to figure out maybe the torque converter was loose or something like that before I started it. And I can move, how good you can see it, I can move that back and forth. The flywheel and the converter move, but as I'm moving that up here, it's not doing anything until I move it more. So it's got a little bit of slack in it before it turns up here. I'm not sure if we got something wrong in the bottom end here or not. I'm about to try to start it up and see what kind of noise it makes. Alright, I'm gonna see if you can hear the noise it's making on video. Pretty loud, so should be able to hear that. I reckon I'm gonna try to fire it. I got some gas right there. Let's see what happens. Motor for the S10. I'm gonna rob the distributor out of it because I can't get no fire through that one over there. So I'm just gonna put an HEI in it, and I know it'll have fire. So I got the distributor out right here. This is the one that come out of it. I ran into something I've never seen before. Out of all the small blocks I've dealt with, I've never seen this. The base on this one, I noticed when I pulled it out, it looked bigger than usual, and I was like, what the hell? But you can see how much bigger it is than a regular small block distributor like I've always seen and used. And the opening where it goes in is way bigger. So when you stick this regular distributor in there, it don't seal off because the hole is so much bigger than the base on this distributor. And I have tons of distributors and they're all just like this one. None of them are like this. I don't know what the hell is up with that. But I'm still gonna stick this thing in there. It just won't be sealed off. But all I need to know if it runs or not, or if it knocks or whatnot. It'll still crank run. It'll just like blow oil out right there or something. But if anybody knows why it's like that, please let me know, because I ain't never seen no shit like that before. Hey, I like my seat. Yeah, it looks a little sketchy, but when you're sitting in it, it's actually pretty solid. Alright, so we got the distributor sitting in there. The only thing is, since that base is so different, there ain't no way to keep it from turning and stuff, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. This shit is 100% safe, guaranteed. Give her a little gas. All this work just to hear it knock. More timing. One thing is, it's just gonna keep kicking back. Something is definitely making a lot of racket. I don't know. Kind of sounds like it's just like maybe the torque converter, but it seemed tight. I don't know. I might pull the fan off of it. Look, distributor jumped up. I'm gonna have to reset that and figure some way to hold that thing down. Alright, so I believe it's just a torque converter. I believe the bottom end in the motor is good, and the reason why, when I turn the crank a little bit before the harmonic balancer turns, it's probably just got a little slack in the timing chain, is all that is. But I think, because you can see right there, see the gap in between the torque converter and the flywheel, flex plate, whatever you want to call it, and looks like it's got a bolt up there and one right here. So I think I'm going to try to unbolt the torque converter and then start it up again, and if it makes the noise still, then it's not the torque converter. Too big for this shit. Alright, so taking the torque converter out, I found the culprit of the noise. I do believe the flywheel is cracked. You can see it flexing right there. It's cracked around that ring. Yep, you can see it right there. That'll make the noise. I'm still going to unbolt the torque converter and see if it helps quieten it down. But I do believe this motor is good. So I got the torque converter all the way unbolted, so it ain't got no stress on it. Now you can definitely tell, and that's also why I can move the flywheel a little bit before the harmonic balancer turns. So this motor is probably 100% good. From what I heard when I started it up a while ago, I knew it didn't sound like no bottom end knock, but I did know this thing was going to make some noise from the beginning of how it was sounding when turning it over. But all it is a cracked flywheel. So anybody ever has anything knocking, check your flywheel, because it could be cracked. I've had this happen plenty of times. But I'm going to go ahead and try to start it and see how it sounds now without the torque converter on it. See if it sounds any quieter at all. Alright, so let's see how it sounds now without the torque converter hooked up. I'm sure it's still going to make some racket, but at least we know now the bottom end ain't making all the noise. A lot quieter without the torque converter putting stress on it. It's still making a little racket, but all it is a flywheel, and I know that now. Let's see if I can get it to run for a minute though. You gonna run for a minute, damn it. Man, that flywheel sounds rough. The timing kicked back on me a little bit. That's why I don't want it run good no more. But it runs. Yeah, move the timing up a little bit. Runs decent then. But yeah, I believe this motor's good. I don't see no smoke or nothing. All that noise is just from the flywheel. But that's that. Dog's wore out. I'm wore out. I've been at this shit all day, trying to get everything going and having people coming and buying parts and whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna get this stuff cleaned up, tools put up. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. That's it. Later.